Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lacey and this is my art channel. Today we're doing another bullet journal spread. This is our April spread. I did hope to get this out a little sooner, but Easter happened and here we are. So this month I let one of my brothers choose the spread and he chose Steven Universe. If you don't know, this is a cartoon. I have let other people choose my bullet journal spreads. In the past, my friend Hannah chose a space theme. I will try to put pics on the screen of how it turned out. I won't put the entirety of the monthly spread, but maybe just like the title page. After that, my friend Hillary chose holidays in the month of May, and this is how it turned out. And my mom chose an ancient Greece theme in honor of Augusta because her grandfather was named after Augusta, and this is how it turned out. If you like seeing what themes my family and friends choose for me to draw for my bullet journal spreads, then let me know in the comments below. I think it's really fun, so it's something I'll probably do again in the future. So now we're doing a Steven Universe theme. I had actually never seen Steven Universe before, so I watched the first season in preparation for the theme. Luckily, all of the episodes were very short, so it didn't really feel like it took me long to get through the whole first season. I actually really enjoyed it, and I may watch more episodes in the future. If you've seen Steven Universe, you should let me know who your favorite character is in the comments below. Because I've only seen the first season, the characters and other objects that I draw in this video will be part of the first season. Everything except for the quote, which I found online. The quote says, "There's an awful lot of awful things we could be thinking of, but for just one day, let's only think about love." And then I drew a Polaroid of the three main gems. That's what they call the characters: amethyst, pearl, and garnet. And then of course I drew Steven as well. On the left, I thought there was too much white space, so I ended up drawing all of their gems, and I think it was a really good addition. As for the supplies I'm using, I mainly stick to mild liners so I don't have to deal with bleed through, and then at some points I add a bit of color pencil when needed. And if I use color pencil, I usually just put a piece of tape over the top so it doesn't smear when I close the book. This is mainly because I just didn't want to add like varnish. It was kind of like the lazier way to protect it. After the title page, I go into the first weekly spread. I really like this weekly spread because of the to-do list on the side. I think that whenever I end up starting a new bullet journal, I may enjoy choosing just one weekly spread and then replicating that throughout the entire book, because sometimes it's really hard to come up with new and interesting designs each month. That being said, in this book I have done a lot of different ones, but this one is actually one I had done before that I'm just like revisiting. You guys should let me know in the comments below, if you have a bullet journal, do you stick to the same weekly layout each month, or do you do a new one each month? So I actually normally do a calendar next, but I think I was so excited to get started that I completely forgot to add one. No worries, I do add it at the end, but normally I do like having it before the weekly spreads. I decided to use the same colors that I used to color in the gems on the quote page for the main colors of each spread. For me, I really enjoy having a few colors that I use in each spread. I feel like it helps keep the entire spread cohesive. So for this spread, I created a small calendar at the top left hand corner, a little section for a to-do list, each day 1 through 6, and then on the far right, I added 3 Polaroid snapshots, one of Steven, one of Pearl, and one of garnet. And when I showed my brother this spread, he mentioned that it sort of looks like Steven and Pearl are also wearing sunglasses. Steven's not wearing sunglasses. He actually has those big black eyes with the stars when he sees something that he's like amazed by. And Pearl just has big eyes with big black pupils. But there was such little space in these Polaroids that it was really hard to kind of fit everything in and to make it look natural. You will see that sometimes I add little features that come out of the Polaroid. A lot of the time it's like hair. And this one I added Garnet's hand kind of coming out of the Polaroid. That one doesn't look as natural, but I do think it gives like kind of a fun element to the Polaroid. And I think sometimes it looks better than like cutting off all of the character's hair. On the left, I added one of Steven's cookie cats. I thought that was a fun way of bringing in another element of the show without having to draw another character. If you don't remember, cookie cats were the subject of the first Steven Universe episode. I actually saw on Etsy that some people were selling like little earrings and keychains of cookie cats. I just thought they were so cute. I'd love to buy one at some point.
We used to have each other's playlists. No, no. Used to be each other's best friends. Yeah. And now we go our separate pathways. But your heart's still in mine. Yeah. And maybe we could try it next week again. But I don't wanna think we're toxic. But who cares? You said that we're over, hands under covers alone this time. But everything I see still reminds me of you. Back of all your things, the memories of when I kissed you. Remember when we used to say to each other, we belong together, me and you forever. Tell me where you've been.
I decided not to show the inking of every single spread or the color of the calendar and the to-do list and things like that because they're the same on every spread, so I didn't find the need to show you every single time. You will see me inking and coloring the parts that are different, such as the characters in the Polaroids and the little like special element that I added. On this spread we have Amethyst, Connie, and Opal. Opal is the fusion of pearl and amethyst. The special element on this spread was Steven's cheeseburger backpack. I actually saw that they sell these online as well. I'd love to buy one of these for my brother. I was thoroughly obsessed with this TV show, not gonna lie. So I had fun looking up things about the show and I realized it had such a huge fan base. I didn't know. So at this point, I accidentally wrote March on every spread. I was designing this at the end of March, so my brain decided that this was March. Once I realized, I placed a label over each one and I wrote April. I think it goes to show that if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to scrap the whole bullet journal. There's always a way to fix it, even if it's just gluing a whole piece of paper over the page and starting over. I've actually done that before. It just gives your bullet journal character. It shows that even if it's not perfect, it's still beautiful and useful in its own way. Also, speaking of mistakes, there are a lot more coming up.
You show up at my door with some coffee and croissants. Went to my favorite store, cause you could tell it's what I want. I can't imagine more. It's been a dream and far beyond. Well, so then what am I so nervous for? Cause when it's good, just really good, then it should be too good. I know that there must be a catch, just waiting around for the record to scratch. But then you go again when you say I dream about you daily, and your face, it's a painting in the Louvre, baby. All your words like the screenplay in a movie storyline, but I get scared till I say, yeah, definitely, baby. Almost as if someone.
Our next spread, I drew Lion. I drew Sugalite. That's the fusion between amethyst and garnet. And then I drew Alexandrite. That's the fusion of amethyst, garnet, and pearl. And the special element was the big donut.
Cause when it's good, just really good, then it should be too good. I know that there must be a catch, just waiting around for the record to scratch. But then you go again away. You say, I dream about you daily, and your face, it's a painting in the Louvre, baby. All your words like the screenplay in a movie storyline, but I get scared to say, yeah, definitely, baby. You're way too nice to be true when you follow it all through. Oh God, please don't misconstrue. You say to me, this is all new. What if I say I love you? Will you say it to me too? Oh God, please don't misconstrue. You say to me, this is all new. You say, I dream about you daily, and your face, it's a painting in the Louvre, baby. All your words like the screenplay in a movie storyline, but I get scared to say, yeah, definitely, maybe. Definitely, I love you. Maybe, what do I do? Definitely, I love you. Maybe, what do I do? Definitely, I love you. Maybe, what do I do?
On this spread, I drew Stevani. That's the fusion of Connie and Steven. Gotta be honest, did not expect that to happen. And then I decided to draw Greg Universe and Rose Quartz. I actually made several mistakes with this spread. I inked the Polaroids before I drew the people, and so I couldn't go out of the lines like I had before, unless I wanted to like completely cover this up and redo it. And also I went to bed and then I woke up and I saw that number 19 was like really smeared. The only thing I could think of was that I had been drinking water, and I was thinking maybe the cup perspired and then like dripped on the page while I was like drinking water, and then I didn't notice, and then when it dried it was all smeared. But I tried to fix the number 19 by adding color pencils and whiteout, but in the end I hated it so much that I covered it with a piece of paper and then I just redid it, and I think that was a really good decision because I hated it so much. I also inked the to-do box before I got to draw my special element, so I had to draw the element on another piece of paper, but I really liked how it turned out. So in the show, Steven watches a show called The Crying Breakfast Friends. He has Crying Breakfast Friends stickers and he puts them on the warp pads that are broken. So I chose to draw one of the Crying Breakfast Friends, and it was the croissant. So yeah, I thought it was really cute. And because I did cut it out, it kind of looked like a sticker, so I thought that was perfect. On our last weekly spread, I drew Lapis Lazuli, Ruby, and Sapphire. I almost drew Peridot and Jasper, but then I really loved Ruby and Sapphire, so I put them there instead. It was hard decisions. My special element was the Together Breakfast. That was just one of the episodes. I thought it was really fun. It was between that and the little butler, but I really didn't want to draw any more characters. I was just done. Also on this one, you probably noticed, but I think some of the pens smeared, and then I tried to white it out to fix it, and then the graphite got all in the whiteout. But basically I just put little pieces of paper and covered it and redid it, and I really like that I did that because it was really bothering me.
Look like a snack right now, but I need a good meal right out right now. Wait, what's that sound? Subway coming right on this mic, right? Carrying a weight, but a drag right now.
After the weekly spreads, I normally draw like a note page. I really like having these for like to-do list or to read list or somewhere to just jot something down. There's so many uses for these, so I decided to add a Polaroid camera since we did a Polaroid theme, and I drew the tiny floating whale from Rose's room. I really like that whale. The thing I love about this month's theme is that even if you don't like Steven Universe, the theme is really versatile because you could do this for any show, any book, any fandom that you like. If you recreate this, you should share it with me in the comments or by clinking my link tree in the description. It will show you all of my social media links. Feel free to share it with me on a different platform. I would love to see it.
Just trying to live my best life, trying to live my best life. Take the edge off with this next slice. Get my head right, yeah. That's just me doing me. How about?
At the very end, I added a calendar. I wanted to add some washi tape mainly because it's an easy way to add decoration without having to do even more drawing. Like I said, I was pretty done by this time. I had already spent a ton of time drawing all the characters, so I really just wanted to finish the spread, and because the space is like long and narrow, it's kind of perfect for washi tape. So I was looking for space tape in my giant stash of washi tape. I found one with butterflies. I think I used to have a lot of space washi tape, but I think I used it all. But somehow the butterflies really fit the theme in my opinion. I also found a sticker of a girl who has space in her umbrella in her backpack, and it was like just quirky enough to fit the theme as well. I used the same colors as the rest of the spread, and luckily I didn't forget that we were now in April. Now we're going to do a flip through. I was really happy with how this whole spread came out, and like I said before, I really like how versatile it is. I'm really interested to see if anyone will create this theme, and I look forward to talking to all of you in the comments. If you want to see more bullet journal videos, consider subscribing to see new ones, and if you want to see my old ones, I'll put it in the iCards above. If you have any suggestions for bullet journal themes in the future, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. I think the next video is going to be a paper squishy video. Should be coming soon. I've been receiving a lot of paper squishy requests, so I think that's going to be the next one. All right, I look forward to seeing all of you then. Okay, goodbye now.